Hello and welcome back to Factorio and the April 2021 community map. So last time I got this blue science going, so what that's going to mean is I have a straight path now to robotics, so that's going to be really useful. A couple of things to do there. I need to get the lubricant and I need to get batteries as well before I can do this final production chain, which means I need advanced oil processing actually for the heavy oil to make the lubricant. So that's going to be the first tech there. I'll get to that in a minute. But I did already research the battery tech, so as long as my base defenses don't get completely overwhelmed in the meantime, getting some batteries done will be the first order business. And I already have the acid up here ready for it, so I should be able to do some batteries. I'm thinking probably here. So coming over here, I've got a bunch of chemical plants already made. Looks like starting here, probably safe. So batteries, they're a pretty simple one really to make. You just need to have a pipe for the acid. Then you need a belt for inputs and a belt for outputs. So I think I'm going to do input and output like that way around. So then switching over that, there'll be inputs and there'll be outputs. And I had 6 of these chemical plants, so I'm just going to repeat this there. And that'll be nice and straightforward. And then the acid, well, the acid is here. Notice I got that one tile wrong. Oh well, I'll just do it that way. So battery started, so I'm going to try and be optimistic today and get 2 things out of the way. The thing I want to do is gun turret, not gun turret, military science, which will let me upgrade my turrets. That's the purpose behind that. Well, I was tempted to go and try out shotgun turrets anyway. They are just red, but military science will give me the better upgrades, so I do need that. Now this is very straightforward because all stuff I have unlocked pretty much. I can make the piercing rounds, I can make grenades, I can make the stone walls. The problem is I can't make any of it like here where I need the science. For example, the stone is still just that. So first up, I'm just going to do something really simple. Bring the stone down, possibly down here. It's kind of a mess, but I think I can fit it through. And then I have the coals, so I can make these stone bricks as well. And then I can put stone and stone bricks onto the bus. Probably 2 lanes, maybe like those 2. And those 2 things combined will be useful for a couple of things. It's not just actually military science, we'll be needing it later because if you look at this needs the flying. If you look at this, the white thing to click on, this one needs the rail track, which needs stone, and electric furnace that needs stone bricks. So stone is done. Wasn't really much to show along the way there, just regular miners. Comes down here, kind of crosses over back and gain the iron and the copper because there's just they don't want to move all the belts already there. And then this will flow into there, and actually I missed out one inserter. So this is just like the very start of these ones. It's like a small version of it. Get rid of all that stone. I don't actually want to carry it around. And then this will be stone bricks. So then stone's going to come down here and get in the way somewhere. And stone bricks, they can just come over here near the batteries. Give myself a little bit of space to expand this, and also I have the coal belt already. That can come on here, so actually that'll give me my 4 belts. So this will be stone brick, stone and coal, or something like that. I'll just go get some belts and figure it out. So that is those there ready. And actually I just got the electric motors tech, so what I'm going to do is, you see these engines I've got here? So I need to go do the oil still, but this was nearer, so I'm just going to show this piece first. So for electric engines you need circuits. You also need circuits for this. So my thought is basically if I go get some, which I didn't actually finish, I kind of started it. Okay, so it's going to make Mark II assemblers, which is basically just taking steel from here to here. And then now I've got these Mark II assembly machines, they can make the electric motors, because I believe, if I recall, these can't. Yeah, they can't. And this is because they need the fluid input, and the fluid input is not available on these. So the way this is going to work is you have that, but then I need this fluid pipe to be somewhere. So if I put this instead 1 tile further over, what I can do then is find the recipe again. So fluid input is going to come down here, and then I can use a long hand inserter to kind of reach across. It'll be 1, 2 and 3. So pipes will be there, and then inserters there. And then basically they're going to get their circuit from here because it's also needed for the robots themselves, and then they'll put the thing across there. So this will be circuits and this will end up being engines. And this will be lubricant, which I'm going to go up and make just momentarily. So one of the nice things about the advanced oil processing is instead of getting 100 crude oil to 45 gas, it's 55 gas and extra bonus 45 light oil and 25 heavy oil. And in addition to that, I can then convert the heavy oil and the light oil into more gas if I want to. In this case, I want to actually make the heavy oil into, for the most part, actually make it into, what was it, lubricant. That's the word I'm looking for, lubricant. But generally speaking, you'll get more heavy oil than you need. So what will happen is I'll make the overflow then into gas. So I'm going to get a little boost to my gas production. And that's really good because if we look at the plastic here, nowhere near enough plastic. That's why there's a shortage of red circuits. And basically more gas efficiency will do this because I only have these 2 oil wells here. There's not much I can do right now to make those better. So what I'm going to do with these, there's kind of some space here that's not really useful anyway to make refineries. So I'm going to make some more oil tanks. Going to make one for light oil, put it here, and one for heavy oil, put that here. So they can just come down like that. And for the moment I'm not going to do a cracking, I'm just going to fill these tanks up because it's going to take a while anyway. The other thing I need to of course get is water, which needs a offshore pump. And I need that power pole to be not exactly where it was, I put it right in front of the water intake. But that's easy enough rectified. And then this just links up to a pump. And even though I actually made it stop for a while, I'm actually wasting resources because I have the oil tanks anyway, so the pumps aren't going to, these pumps here are not going to stop pumping unless these oil tanks here were to be filled up. So the fact I kind of took a moment to rejig this, not really an issue. And making the lubricant then is mega simple, just heavy oil into this, coming down here. So I'm going to need that over here. Let's just work out what I can do. So I want to leave some space because of, well, like power poles and things, and then the pipes can run along here. And that perfectly hits the sulfur, doesn't it? That's a bit unfortunate. Let's just move that around there. Do it like that, that's fine. So lubricant to the electric motors there. So there should be electric motors, not quite keeping up with the rate of science right now, but that's fine. We're getting onto something a bit slower, but also very important, which is getting more damage on those turrets. So coming on to the flying robot frames themselves, I need those green circuits which I've got. Need the electric motors are there, I need steel and I need batteries. So I am going to need to have 2 more belts, and actually what I want to do, I think it's going to be more convenient for me with the actually making the robots. So I'm going to put the flying robot frames on there. So this is going to look like this. And then that means the other inputs are going to be over here. No, I just changed my mind because I realised these take longer to make. But I do still need to have like second inputs over here, and I need to actually correct this mistake. Actually, this is fine because one of these goes to 2 of these, so that is fine there. No mistake. Do still need some more inputs though, and then the outputs will be, actually let's put the inputs there and the outputs there, because then I can make the robots here. I think that'll be the tightest way of doing it. So this will now go upwards. And actually, to be honest, I probably never needed to build this many things in the first place. I want robots quickly in a short burst, but I don't need ongoing production, and I'm probably going to run out of circuits first anyways. But never minding that, let's just check the other things. So I want steel circuits and gears for that. It's kind of like this, except I haven't got the red circuits, but I actually need the red circuits for some other stuff. So what I'm going to do is bring the red circuits down here and merge them with that steel belt that I've already got. And then what that means is that this one here, after all that stuff, and speaking of which, the red circuits is because once I get stack inserters, they want red circuits anyway. So once I get down here, I have all the things I need to make this, plus those. So I put some of those on, put a chest there. Probably one stack of roboports will be more than enough. And then let that get started. And in fact, I should probably start making these active provider chests if I can. Oh, not active, passive provider chests. It's very important that they're passive, not active. And then I'm going to start upgrading all the mall chests so that once I get the construction robots built, they'll be able to use the storage over here. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have construction and logistics robots over here. This means that they can easily get access to the circuits over here. Put the thing there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a storage box or two. Again, they should just be passive providers. We just need one stack to start with. So they're going to store those in there. And then I'm going to make a roboport somewhere. Here. And I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to make these circuits. A couple more inserters. And I'm going to link up this to this. Change this to read robot statistics. So I want to look at total logistics and total construction, so T and Y. And something bad's happening. Let's go get the car. So it looks like the turrets did do their job, but I lost 3 turrets. Looking at this one, it might have been completely my fault. Not so much because the turrets weren't strong enough, but because I let the ammo run out. And again, they've kind of weirdly, like a lot of biters got inside. Let's go reinforce that wall in case they got through there. Looks like they did break a few pieces. And then make sure all of these have plenty of ammo. And it looks like the repair turrets, they're doing an okay job at fixing it up. So back over to here, construction robots being T, logistics robots being a Y. Haven't actually unlocked logistics robots yet, I have to do that. But what I want to do here is basically say T less than, let's go with 500 robots to start with. Just go copy that across there, make sure you change the signal letter though, don't just copy it as is. And then what I'm going to do is put a splitter so that whatever happens, it's always making at least some of each robot. So it's going to come around there, and then they're going to make the robots. And one more roboport just manually because I need to get this to like get started, bootstrap it so to speak. That's going to be over here because that's going to include that robot, well the passive provider chest there, so the robot enabled chest. Also going to have some storage chests over here. And I haven't actually got the discard things yet, so I'm just going to put those there manually. Personal logistics, they would give me the ability to trash an item. And upgrade planner, what I want to do is convert all these like chests I've got, misclicked on that, into the passive provider and just upgrade across the whole mall area. And should now see the robots slowly, ever so slowly making their way out. I definitely want to start getting speed upgrades as soon as I can on those. Okay, so back on to oil upgrades. So what I want to do is convert the heavy oil into light oil if there's a surplus. So what I'm going to do is make some pumps. Wait for these pumps to be made. And I'm going to connect them up to one of the outputs on here again with a couple of circuits. Make sure the pumps themselves have power as well, that's important. So like that is fine. This will read contents, that's all it does. So then the oil here, or whatever it is, we want to make sure that it is greater than, let's say 5,000. So we're going to keep a stockpile before we start pumping it out. Then I'm going to have these here. And so I'm going to take the output from the pump, and that's the one I'm going to use for the oil. So it's not going to empty the tank, it's always going to leave me with at least that stockpile. And then I'm going to do the same with the light oil. So this is actually going to be a separate pipe from this pipe because of that pump condition. So this is going to come, let's just put it over here, it's a bit out of the way. So another 3 refineries, and this time it's from light oil to gas. Input pipe there for the oil. Second pipe here for the water. Just bridge those all across, same idea. And same as I just did there, go take the gas pipe from the oil refinery line, which I can extend over here if I get more oil refineries, which I hope to do if I can get some more oil. Like right now there's no point in more refineries because there's no oil. But as soon as I can get some more oil, that will be great. And then these link up here, and the only thing I forgot about was the water. That needs to come across here. And now I'm converting any surplus heavy oil into light. Currently there's none because it was being made into lubricant, but once the engine's slowed down that will be a case. And then the surplus light oil, which I have quite a lot of surplus light oil right now because I'm not using it for anything, gets turned into additional gas. And if I check my fluids and check gas and look at, say, the past hour, this was what I was able to do with the mining efficiency upgrades I had. That was me messing about. Short burst there because the tanks had oil in them. So going from regular oil was about 1.2 to advanced is about 1.6. And this will take a while to stabilise because of this tank here having a stock in, but I'm hoping I'll get up to more like 2,000. So back onto the science. For this military science, each one of these every 10 seconds makes 2, so I think I'm going to go with 5 of these. So with 5 of these, that means, let's see, every 2 seconds I believe I need 1 piercing round. If I check it, piercing rounds, they make 1 every 3 seconds, so I only need 2 of those, and they need 1 firearm. So I believe that is, I'll rearrange these later, but I think that's 1 firearm to 1 piercing, to a total of 5 of these. Additionally, the 5 of these, they need a grenade every 2 seconds. Grenades take 8 seconds, so I believe I need 4 grenades. And additionally, they need stone walls. They need 2 stone walls, so 1 stone wall every 5 seconds. Well, I'm not talking about 1 stone wall every second, that's more like it. These take half a second. The issue is going to be getting the stone blocks, so that's easy. So I think the obvious place to start with is that there's no reason why these can't just be right down there out the way, which frees up some space there. And additionally, even if I'm going to put the science packs there, which I think I will, actually they can go like this here. So these will be the actual science pack things, and what that means is that they can pick up some resources. That's the wrong thing. What am I doing with the pipes? They can pick up some resources there and put the science packs there, and then they'll pick up some additional resources of some form there. So the easiest one to essentially just get out the way, probably going to be, let's see, so they both need steel, they both need iron. So iron is common between these two, copper and steel is secondary but it comes after this. And stone bricks, they're just their own thing by themselves. So let's just move that over there so that I have like the reference, even though I'm not going to build them, they're just ghosts. And I have no construction robots actually either to do it. But it keeps them out the way, so that's nice. And so if I was going to have resources down, that belt's in the wrong place, resources down there. So that makes the stone wall nice and easy because the stone wall takes up very little space. And I think the grenades, they can probably go there because then they're just kind of out the way. Which means they're going to have iron and coal there. That can also use the iron. It's going to insert into, was I sure it's just one of those? That takes every 3. That needs 1 every 2. It is actually 2 of those. Although what I could do if I wanted to do direct insert. Actually, never mind that. I probably want armor piercing ammo for like ammo purposes anyway. So let's say I have 2 of these. They insert over there. And then I have however many ammo that is. And then, even though I'm not using all the ammo for the science, the surplus ammo I can use for, well, turrets and shooting and, like, well, combat stuff. So if each one of these makes 1 every second, there's every 3 seconds, so 2 of those gives me 3 of these. And realistically, that's probably way more than I have resources for anyway. Looking at this with lots of copper, I think this belt will be purely for copper. So that's a copper belt. Then this will be a mixed belt of bullets and steel. Since the bullets are coming over here, that means the steel will be on this one. And then this one will be iron and coal. And probably not really much to show for the inserters here. These are going to be fairly boring inserters, just sort of, well, just doing this. It's not even going to be any clever belt stuff. It's nice, simple, one in, one out. So with that, I've got my slants and my armor piercing. And not really sure what's actually more important here. So what I'm going to do is put a chest with a splitter. So essentially it's going to be half and half if one or the other is not full. And for the time being, I think one row of ammo will be plenty. And I'm actually going to start adapting this ammo I've already got. So I'm just going to put those in there. And there go the first military science packs, which means I can now start doing some good things like next bullet damage. That's going to be another nice 30%. Really going to help me out. Also get the gun turret one because I've already got the gun turrets built actually. Just upgrading what's in place seems pretty nice. And I have to have a think about shotguns. The problem with shotguns is I need to go and actually like do something, and not doing anything at all just seems easier. Speaking of military stuff, to try out these shotgun turrets, I'm going to make shotgun ammo. It looks like this is just going to be copper and iron. Honestly, I've never really paid attention to the shotgun ammo, I just couldn't remember it. But given that, it looks like this here is going to be a pretty good spot to start in. Just move those around. So I'm going to have one belt with those and do something like that. Can have another one of those. So I have to go get some resources. And yeah, there should just be plenty making that. It takes, what, 3 seconds to make one? So this is one shotgun ammo per second, well, crafting second. And as I understand it as well, looking at the shotgun turrets themselves, I think I unlocked it now. So this has a shooting speed of 1.33 compared to 15 basically, and if we look at this, it has 10 versus 10. So actually you get the same number of shots out of that as you get out of that, which is interesting because if you look at the turret itself as well as like the actual damage on this, that's 12 times 5 versus 5 plus 5. And if you look at this, it's also got another 100% bonus on there without any additional research. It just has this flat 100% bonus, which this does not have. So you get an awful lot more damage out of each shotgun shell, like item, than you do per magazine. So probably even 3 is like, I don't think I'm going to need that many. And the shotgun turrets themselves, they need copper, steel and gears. Happens it's all hair. So I guess I'll just make this hair into a shotgun turret producer. I still need these boxes, put that there. I was going to make 1 stack of these for now, and then I can go test out whether they're actually worth it or not. So it's like I've been trying to do in between things, not been showing it all the time, but it just happens this one's interesting. Is just click on the map view, check how much ammo is left in these supply chests I had. Because then see, that's down to 31, and because these only store, what, 10 each? If that was to run dry, these turrets would all run out of ammo very quickly and just get overrun. So checking on them every now and then, that one looks fine, but I might as well resupply as well, just to see if I need to resupply them. As well as the turrets, I'm only really checking the ones that I've seen lots of flashing on. It's like these ones, they still look okay. But it's definitely important to check your turrets. Actually, I should go check these ones as well. Because otherwise I'll have more incidents of my stuff getting destroyed because the turrets ran out of ammo. And I suppose it is worth a mention while I'll be filling these. I'm not intending to go to AP ammo for the time being because of the extra costs in the steel and copper. I've actually worked out if it is more resource effective, but just that initial cost to actually do the conversion, I'm not really ready for it just now. And for small and medium biters, I don't think it's really needed. And to put that into perspective, with this ammo shortage here, because there's not enough copper, I've only actually got some 300 rounds total. So I'm going to upgrade my personal weapon, but not the turrets for now. So what I'm going to do with these shotgun turrets is got a decent stack of them and some decent stack of ammo. I'm going to actually replace the turrets here, because I just want to test them by themselves quickly. And so one thing I noticed, they do have this like range thing. So I'll have to do something like that, and they can't all shoot in the same direction, so I have to see how that works. But so I've been getting quite a few attacks there, and I saw there was a big swarm there, so now I've got those turrets set up. what I think I'm going to do is try and find a gap here, put some gate in. I never built a gate actually. Actually should give those some ammo. It's not a very good test if you're testing turrets without ammo. That should be plenty for this. And then, like, if I do replace them, either I just replace the belt with shotgun shells or I put the ammo on both sides of the belt, do like half and half. But I'll see how well the shotgun turrets do by themselves versus the gun turrets that are there. So if I go and like make this angry, like so, see if I can get it all to chase me. I've got about half of it. Well, half it will do. Let's see what they do against these. Not really chasing me in the way I want to. Okay, they've attacked it. So the question is, how much ammo do they use up and how much damage do they do? And can I get the car killed? Okay, I've already getting the car killed. So let's have some good kills there. I think I realised that actually this is going from 400 to 1000 hit points. Just the extra hit points by itself, that looks pretty good. And these have had what? 100 to start with, because they're the first one I did, so I only used up like 2 rounds. So they seem perfectly capable. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and convert the whole top area here. And then this will be like my test for whether it's any good or not. And to like test this out, I will put the shotgun ammo on the other side so that I can leave some of these alone. So I think I'm going to leave these ones here, because as long as there's like those, I think if these fall, these will probably clean up. So what I can do then is take these, place these with all shotgun turrets. And inserters are going to be stupid. If you pick the inserter up and replace them, it will work. And I wasn't quite ready for that attack. Hopefully this ammo will get here. But I'm going to take some of the ammo and put it there, because I need to adjust the belt. But let's see if they can. Oh, that's pretty good. They're killing multiple spitters in one shot. So even though the per shot damage is higher, they're also getting multi-kills. Don't do that, don't do that. And don't delete the power pole, idiot. So basically I was trying to kind of do that. I just want it to come down to these turrets here. Something else getting attacked? No, I think it's just here that the red thing was flashing about. Oh, hang on, the piece of wall got destroyed. That's not good. I need to replace these inserters because they've got stuck with regular ammo. Well, it looks like they did a pretty good job actually of killing those at point blank range. I guess the shotgun turrets do more damage at short range, but they do so much base damage. That's going to be... So that's 12 times 10, so that's 120. Is that with the bonus or without? So that's without the bonus, so it's 12 times 10, so 120 plus 100%, that's 120, 240 per shot. That's 2,400 damage per unit of ammo. Versus, let's take this, like the better armor piercing. So firstly, that's only doing 16 versus 12, so it's only got a little bit more piercing. And actually it's 8 if you think about it, because the plus 8 is because I've done research. I could do research on those, and I probably should. So it's actually got better piercing, I think, than the armor piercing has, which is interesting. And that's doing 10, so that's only doing essentially 80 base damage versus 12 times. That's interesting. That's 12 times 5. That's how 12 times 10. Maybe it's factored in that 100% into that times 10. Maybe. I'm not quite sure on that one. Let's just assume it's that. So let's say 120 times 10. 1,200 versus 80. Like, it's so much extra damage. And I'll have to go get some more ammo to refill this, because with my messing around it looks like I've emptied it out. Both shotgun and regular ammo actually. But I've got those, so let's go get those now. So yeah, so if we just look at these red green, we've got 20%, so that's 40%, 70%, 100%. So just doing these 4 red green stances, that's already 100% extra damage. So they're already looking pretty good without that bonus damage. So I think with this damage, I'll be even better. And I guess at that point, I might as well do this one, because it's just, this is military stance on top. And then I'll have to think about those. I've probably got better things to do with my oil than the blue suns on that. So I'm slightly confused looking at this. I don't know if I glitched repair turrets or what, but there's a repair turret that has repair packs in it. There's a turret that keeps telling me it's missing a construction robot and it is damaged. Don't know what's up with that. So it looks like the biters are trying really hard to get through here. That's do quite a bit of damage to the walls. I think that's maybe more damage than they're doing before. It's hard to tell, and also the biter attacks keep getting stronger. I did come back with the extra ammo as promised, so another 100 of those in there, and I'm going to keep making some more. Running a little bit low on iron, however, which is a problem for both types of ammo. There's more iron down there though, so I could probably expand out, take that. I also want to sell that oil as well, so that could be something to do. And also I've been slowly working my way along making personal robot stuff. I actually need to go and get some resources. So basically my plan here is going to have a personal robot port, probably 3 batteries, and then fill out the rest with solar, which I am making. And then that will help me out on that expansion work as well, because I'll be able to use the robots to build, repair, and otherwise do stuff remotely, rather than having to have where the robot ports are, which is currently just expanded around the main base area there. And it actually looks like these count as a construction zone, but they have to link up, and then I have to get research, and then I think the things can build stuff, which could be something to do. I think it is this one, but it's 500 packs. I can build a lot of robots and a lot of roboports with that. Basically the amount of resource that represents. So I'm not rushing to do that right now. I want to get these damage upgrades first and those resources. But that's all going to be stuff for next time. So if you've enjoyed this, be sure to like, subscribe, and enable your notifications to see that.